Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Geneseo High School. Tonight's matchup is going to be between the Lady Streaks of Galesburg High School and your Lady Leaves. Before we start the match now, we want to give our fans at home an opportunity to have a better understanding of what's going to happen here in about a minute 6. Julie Weiss, who lost her husband to colon cancer, is going to speak. Tonight's fundraiser by the girls is in an effort to raise funding for Colon Cancer Coalition. And what their goal is to encourage screening and raising awareness of colorectal cancer signs and symptoms through their Get Your Rear and Gear Run Walk events. Their primary goal is raising awareness by focusing on patient and local communities and providing outlets for all persons touched by this disease. It gives them an opportunity to share their stories, and if you can see the video board tonight, you would be able to see the Weiss story and all the families who support them following Mark's death. Achieving 80% screening and keeping all funding locally is their goal. So keep an eye out for an event June 1st through the 30th. It's going to be a virtual Get Your Rear and Gear Run, Walk, and Ride. Now we'll go to the public address announcer for Julie Weiss.
Welcome this evening to Geneseo High School. We're having a fundraiser for colon cancer this evening. I'm going to introduce Julie Weiss to say a couple words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Geneseo High School for tonight's matchup between the Silver Streaks of Galesburg High School and your Geneseo Lady Leaves. I have a special guest with me tonight. Kylie Gebhardt is aside me tonight to call the game. We're really excited about this matchup. Kylie, I think probably from your playing days, you would easily say that Galesburg comes with a storied tradition of having very good volleyball teams.
Yeah, they have. We always were pretty close games. We'd start off like maybe beginning of the season, we would win that one, and then towards the end of the season, we would lose.
Yeah.
So it was usually a pretty good competition between both of us.
And we're looking forward to that tonight. We have a really special person starting out with first serve. It's Lily Weiss. Lily is serving first in honor and memory of her father. And then she will be substituted out right away. In the lineup is number 6, Maddie Berrickman. It's so awesome that Lily's able to do that in honor of her father, Galesburg. Serve goes to the middle back. Geneseo, Maggie Weller makes a nice pass. Streaks come back on offense. Geneseo responds very quickly. And Cadence Talbert gets a kill to get the Lady Leaves on the scoreboard for the first time. She likes to use that little push shot, Kylie.
Yeah, she really does, and that's actually a good spot to hit right there because the setter would most likely have to come up and dig that, and which would take her out of the offense.
That is one of the strategies in that quick tip. Galesburg comes with a quick offense, and Carolyn Girton always talks about that little campfire, that little middle spot, and that hit it for us for Geneseo, so it's lost the serve and goes to Galesburg. Service is out of bounds and goes to Geneseo. Hannah Copeland will step back to serve. Libero replacement brings in Emma Frank for the Lady Leaves. The Streaks spike is long, scoring a point for Geneseo. Looked like Geneseo had defense set up pretty good for that.
Yeah, they did.
So it's going to force an angle and force a player to maybe hit a ball they're not normally used to hitting, trying to get it in and pass the block.
That was a good
Copeland gets an ace. Your Lady Leafs lead 4-2. Nice serve in that back right corner. Hannah hits the same spot again. It goes off the ceiling. Galesburg free balls it for their third hit. Bump set and spike starts by Taylor DeSplinter. Nice kill on the outside by Brenna. Taylor picks that up.
Good save, Maddie.
Really nice save by Maddie Berrickman. Middle hit by the Streaks. And miss hit by the Streaks, point Geneseo. Maddie Berrickman made a nice step in and picked up that ball that was going to be pretty close to the net if she'd let it go.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Hannah hits the same spot. It's a little wide and deep this time. Loss of service. Ball goes to the Streaks and a point. Scores 5-3 in favor of Geneseo.
And Maggie Weller just came back into the game.
Yep, Maggie Weller is the libero, and she will make a replacement. And McGuire goes up very, very nicely. Has a nice kill into the center court, about at the 10-foot spiking line. And that's a tough spot to cover too, isn't it, Kylie?
Yeah, it is. Someone's got to be ready to just pick those up. That was a good spot.
Service ace for Addie Dunker. She hit a nice spot, kind of that dead area again, that little campfire. Somebody's got to call it, somebody's got to step up. Libero picks it up. Second hit is tipped over. Geneseo goes on the attack.
Good touch.
Nice touches, just couldn't get a second hand on it to get the ball over. So the ball will go to the Silver Streaks with the point. Addie Dunker is your back row setter in this rotation. Taylor DeSplinter puts the ball pretty high. Maggie puts a second hit on it. Maddie Berrickman sends it over on a free ball.
Yeah.
The ball looked pretty close to being in the corner.
Yeah.
I got to say the official guy had a good call that time.
Yeah, I would have thought that was out too for a second.
Yep. Those are really hard to call with that strong angle and that strong hit. Maggie Weller, I don't know how she got there, but she got a great up on that ball to save it. Ball in the net, point for Geneseo. That all started with a really, really good pass.
And that's all it takes sometimes, get that good pass up so we can run our offense.
So Taylor DeSplinter comes out, and back in the lineup for Geneseo is Addie Berrickman. Puts a nice let serve in. Free ball by Galesburg. Addie Dunker picks it up for the second, Maddie the third, and a nice kill by Cadence Talbert. Really, really nice kill by Cadence. Kind of that deep corner set.
Deep corner is one of the trickiest spots to pick up. You have to decide whether you want to go for it, if it's in or out.
And a lot of times your setter's got to come in and take that first hit, and then you have to have as Maggie does a lot of times, take a second ball bump for a set. Strict serve back to Esther Brown, who came in the lineup as a defensive specialist. Esther gets a really nice pass, gets our offense going, and the tip is good for the point for Geneseo. Maggie Weller's back to serve. Maggie's a little deep and wide, so point and service goes to Galesburg. So Maggie Weller, Esther Brown, and Cadence Talbert are your serve-receive group here. Little triangle to cover that area. Esther Brown picks it up, puts a nice set up for Addie Dunker. And a little roll shot by Maddie Berrickman is all good. Scores a point for Geneseo. In the lineup for Geneseo is number 15, Brenna McGuire. Back to serve is Addie Berrickman. Service ace.
Maddie's going back to serve again.
Killed by Cadence Talbert. Really, really nice spot. Timeout, Galesburg. Cadence Talbert just picked up her second kill of the night. Maddie Berrickman's got, it looks like a trifecta of assists, an ace. Her sister's coming up with a couple of hits. We haven't heard much from Addie Dunker, but she has got an ace on serve, and she does have 3 assists on their sets. Brenda McGuire has a hit for a kill. And so that's got us in a pretty good position. About halfway through, this is where they like to take a timeout at 13-7. So Kylie, what do you see in our key points?
Key points tonight, well, they're doing a good job getting some passes up to the setter, which is great because you want to run your offense. And I think the hitters are doing a great job finding the holes on the Galesburg side in order to get those points.
Brenna McGuire for the kill again.
That is a tough.
That's a tough spot to cover, isn't it?
Yeah. Great hit by Brenna there.
Maddie gets the assist again. All starts with a good pass from the defense. Ball's a little bit wide. Service and point go to Galesburg. So Addie Berkman's back in serve receive as a setter. In the lineup for Geneseo is Faith Henderson. She comes in at left front. Ball set out to her. She finds
That was a good spot.
open spot along the net. They are able to pick it up. Cadence Talbert comes in for the kill. So in the lineup for Geneseo is number 2, Allie Mackey. It's the first time we've seen Allie and Faith together up in the front row. Those two are pretty good friends, so it's probably a nice occasion for them to play a little volleyball next to each other. They'll each go left and right of Hannah Copeland in the middle. Deep service by Taylor to Splinter. And they find kind of that soft spot right at the 10-foot spiking line. Into the lineup for Geneseo is number 12, Morgan Sims. She'll be back there on defense. She comes in for Taylor to Splinter. Maggie Willer makes a great pass. Allie Mackey hits a down ball at the 10-foot spiking line. Galesburg hits the ball through the block for the point. Scores 15-10 in favor of your Lady Leaves. Got to get a little more rigid on that block so that ball doesn't get through there. Down ball by Allie Mackey, sends the ball over back to Galesburg. A tip, picks it up nice. Maggie bump sets it. Faith hits a down ball down the line. It's picked up by Galesburg. Galesburg hits a short one to the setter. Faith Henderson comes in, makes a nice spike. Galesburg hits a roll shot. Maggie Weller takes a second. Allie Mackey goes up, tips it over. Galesburg tips it back. Maggie Weller bump sets to Allie Mackey. And her spike is just a little long off the back line. 15-11 Geneseo. Maggie Weller makes a nice pass up to Abby Bergman. Hannah Copeland comes in on the quick set for the kill. Nice combination. Hannah Copeland back to serve. Puts it back there in that deep spot. Galesburg is able to make a nice recovery on that. That was tough. But again, good first hit. Got it so the setter could handle it, and they had a real nice outside pass, outside set for the kill. Short serve, it's out of bounds. Nice call by Allie Mackey. She was all over the line, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. She wanted to make sure it was out.
Yep, and that's a good thing that you see with these ladies is good communication and talking amongst themselves. In the lineup, we have number 29, Morgan Snell, and serving Lauren Johnson. Lauren Johnson enters the lineup for the first time tonight. She'll come in as their setter. That's a short set. Maggie isn't able to get there. Again, that's kind of that dead spot. You gotta commit sometimes short, sometimes you gotta commit on the line. So this time they hit it short. Ball served out of bounds. Good call by Morgan and Maggie. The double M's in the back row. M&M making that good call on the line. Point to Geneseo. Cadence Talbert re-enters the lineup for the Lady Leaves. Allie Mackey goes back to serve. Number 2 serves from the middle of the court and finds a really nice spot on the right side line. Set is off the net, not out of bounds. Allie Mackey scores her first point here tonight. Allie goes back to serve again. Same spot again. Might as well try it again. Back row hit, out of bounds by the Streaks. Point Geneseo, 2013. Their second time out. It's really nice to see Coach Kamel give, especially the seniors that are on this team. They are so deep. They do have so many senior athletes, and they're given a chance to play a little bit tonight. And you know, these girls are giving their spring breaks up to stick around, and it's nice to get to see some court time. So hats off to Coach Kamel. and the rest of the team for supporting those efforts. So what do you think so far? We see Maggie Weller's had 4 digs. She's had 2 assists. Allie Mackey's had a dig. She's had a couple nice serves. Esther Brown had a couple good passes. Maddie Berrickman's had about 5 assists. A good hit and an ace. Hannah Copeland's had an ace, had a kill. Kate Talbert, a couple kills. Addie Dunkers had 2 assists and an ace. Taylor DeSplinters picked up a couple digs.
And then we have Kylie Dijon that just entered the game for Cadence Talbert. And Allie's still serving.
Kylie makes a nice serve, and second hit goes on a free ball over to Geneseo. Quick set to the middle to Hannah. Galesburg picks it up. Maggie hits the first set. Nice spot, Lauren Johnson. Ball is hit out of bounds by Morgan Snell. Loss of serve and point to Galesburg.
And then Esther Brown just entered the game for Allie Mackey.
Esther Brown again is a defensive specialist on the team. Galesburg serves in the net. And we want to make sure everybody knows that tonight is colorectal cancer awareness night. And the theme tonight, if you see a lot of blue around the gym, is in that effort to raise money for that coalition. Maggie Weller, ace Maggie Weller. Nice little drop shot, kind of into that dead spot. Galesburg tries to make an adjustment without overlapping. Maggie's back to serve. Now she hits a little bit harder. Nice pass. Streaks get a spike.
Good up
Lauren
by
Johnson, quick set to Hannah, just a little bit off the top of the tape. Nice quick attack. So the point and the serve go to Galesburg. Scores 22-15 in favor of your later leaves. Esther Brown makes a beautiful pass to Lauren Johnson.
Great.
Lauren Johnson has a great assist to Hannah Copeland for the kill. You couldn't write it any better than that, could you, Kylie?
No.
That is just the way you want that to go. So
And as a setter running a faster offense with your hitters, you get the best feeling when your hitter just puts the ball down off that quick set.
overset. Kylie Johnson's back. Back row hit by Galesburg. Kylie comes up again, nice hit, deep court. Bump set spike by Galesburg, Maggie picks it up. And a kill for Faith Henderson. Nicely done, Faith. Real nice follow through on the ball, and it found pay dirt on Galesburg's side. So it is game point for Geneseo. Service ace by Eddie Berrickman. So it was really nice to see a lot of girls get a little playing time tonight and find some success. Faith Henderson got a kill. Lauren Johnson got an assist. You know, an overall team effort tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. It just shows too, whenever Coach Clemel puts someone new in, they're just ready to go in and do their job and, you know, put effort forth.
Yep, and that tells you that when the girls are in practice, they're paying attention, they know the different spots, and they can step in at any minute to, you know, to fill in for whoever it is that they sub for. And, you know, that's a testimony to the girls, you know, to stay deliberate, especially in a time of COVID. You know, there's no preseason or postseason. You know, sometimes you got to ask the question, you know, what's it really for? And again, the girls give up their spring break to stick around to play volleyball, and that just speaks volumes to the commitment that they have to this program. You know, not everybody's going to get to play after high school.
No.
And for most of these girls, I would guess, you know, this is their last chance as a senior in high school to have a sports season and play volleyball. I'm sure a lot of them will pick up some rec leagues and play and and we'll get to still watch the Barrickmans and Maggie and those guys play in college, and it will be. It's just they should have a lot of pride in what they do, and even with the Colon Cancer Coalition tonight, I think most fans at home, if you've ever been to the girls basketball games or the girls volleyball games, they always do a nice job of fundraising, and for a small, group of people, they've handed out $1,000 and $2,000 checks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come without a lot of effort, but these girls are supported by their parents too.
Mm-hmm.
And their parents put a lot of time, and they help with raffles and things like that. So our girls basketball and our girls volleyball team, I'm sure, have a lot of pride in what they do for the community and do for cancer research in general. Okay, it's about game time. Game 2. Galesburg has the first serve, and
Cadence with
Cadence Talbot with a kill. And the assist goes to Maddie Barrickman. And again, it all starts with a really sweet pass. Deep set.
Up by Maddie there.
Yep, Maggie has to take the second. Cadence Talbot on the spike. And the ball's wide. Nice job, Lady Leaves. Maggie Weller had that sideline, and she had her covered. She had it out, and you could hear her making sure all her teammates knew that too. Abby Barrickman back to serve. Second hit goes to Abby. Maggie takes a second. Cadence kind of does a little push. Picks up, Hannah comes back, tries a deep corner. It's picked up by Galesburg. Here comes the attack. Brenna McGuire from the weak side. Galesburg picks it up for a bump set spike.
Touch there on the block.
Touch on the block, and Geneseo gets a block again. That's Hannah Copeland and Brenna McGuire on the outside, and that time you see they sealed that up, and if you could notice, their hands are all positioned so the ball's staying in play. And that's a key skill to teach the girls. So the double block works effectively on the right side tonight. Cadence Talbot gets a nice hit. Try a deep shot, but Esther Brown is there to pick it up. Hannah McGuire hits that hard angle.
That was a good spot by Brenna there.
Yep, really, really good spot in between the 10-foot spike line and the net. And sometimes that's a zone that doesn't get picked up very easily. And so Brenna gets a kill tonight. So nice hit on that weak side. Nice serve again. Quick set by Galesburg is picked up by Maggie Weller. Cadence Talbot tries to dink the ball over, but her momentum carried her under the net. She tried to tiptoe, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She tried to stop herself, but she couldn't.
I think we've all been there, trying to keep our hands in. Your foot can be on the center line. It just can't go completely over. And so you've actually seen athletes that walk the line and don't get a violation, but it's not until your hand goes down or your foot goes completely over that it is a violation. So Galesburg put the ball in play. Geneseo did hit it out of bounds. It was close. Esther Brown.
Good hustle by Maddie there.
Yep.
And good save
hustle
by Maggie.
Yep. The two M's. It's a double M night, it seems like tonight. Because tonight it's Maggie and Maddie. And the two of them showed a lot of hustle to keep that ball in favor of Geneseo and earn the point. And we go back to service now, and Taylor DeSplinter's at the line.
Good serve there by Taylor.
So the ball is out of bounds in the rafters. Point Geneseo.
pass by Maggie.
Set it over. Maggie steps up, takes it. Hannah comes in for the quick.
That was a great spot.
Great spot. You know, everybody was calling it out of bounds, and Hannah had that line, and it was a great hit. Good series by everybody. And so Maddie Berrickman collects an assist. Hannah Copeland collects a kill. Nice floater by Taylor DeSplinter, out of bounds. Nice hit by Galesburg, but just a little bit long on that sideline. Taylor DeSplinter will set back to serve again. Back row attack by Galesburg's picked up by Maggie.
Good set by
Brenna.
Maddie. Good swing by Brenna.
Yep, hits a good roll. Number 12 had a nice spike for Galesburg. That time she went right between our block.
Yep. And that was pretty close to the line, so.
Yep. So it could have gone either way. Might have got a tip on it. Might have changed the trajectory a little bit. Galesburg service. It's a rifle. Maggie picks it up. Abby makes a great save on a second for a down ball. Taylor DeSplinter puts the ball right in Abby Berrickman's hands. Maddie makes a left-handed kill.
Good touch on that block there by Brenna and Hannah.
And Brenna.
They're doing a really good job up there,
Yep.
getting a block up, getting at least a touch.
And the
on it.
nice thing is that they're blocking, and they're so strong on that side, which is the strong side for Galesburg.
Yep.
So you really have to have a sustained block over there against that offense.
Makes it a little more challenging for the outside to try and hit a
Yep.
ball over or
Yep.
around the block.
Hannah Copeland does the serve. Tipped over and out by Abby Berrickman. Abby gets the kill. Timeout, Galesburg. So it's nice to call Abby's name a couple times here tonight. We kind of seem like either we didn't have the Twins figured out in the first game, or Abby didn't get many touches. But that's changed up here in the second game, and it's nice to see. Carolyn calls it twin intuition, something like that. And they definitely have that, and they're going to take that off to North Central, and they'll be able to keep the intuition going when they're playing up near Chicago. And Maggie Weller is going to be down in Bloomington. She's on a D1 full ride at Illinois State University.
Yep.
And so those kids will get to play after college, after high school. So that's really neat. If you notice on the video board tonight, you see a lot of family pictures of the Weises, and you will also see a lot of families and friends who support the Weiss family. And it's a nice thing that they're doing here tonight.
Oh, something just
So we had an
happened.
inadvertent whistle.
Yep.
So we'll try that again.
We have Hannah Copeland serving.
Really nice serve by Hannah. Galesburg picks it up, bumps that spike, out of bounds. If you notice Taylor, she not only calls it out, but she's got the out signal going too.
Yep,
So
she always throws her hand up just to make sure.
she must line judge at the tournaments when they play. She's kind of got that down, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Hannah sets it up to.
Good swing by Abby there.
Yep, to Maddie. And there it is again.
By Brenna there.
I think that's what, block 3 or 4 for him.
Oh, yeah. Brenna's been doing a good job on that right side, getting those touches and pressing over.
Yep, in the lineup for Geneseo is number 30, Taylor Reuter. She'll come in and play back row for the Lady Leaves. Hannah still serving. Hannah's a little wide. Point and loss of serve goes to Galesburg. Maggie Weller has a libero replacement, so she's back into the back row for defense. Nice pass again. So fans at home, if you wonder what happened there, Brenna did just exactly what we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
1 foot was entirely over the center line after her hit, so the ball and the point does go to Galesburg.
Yes.
So a little bit of a struggle with serve receive there for the Lady Leaves. 12-6 in favor of Geneseo.
Good thing about people on serve receive right now, they're doing a great job talking to each other about what seems to take, who should
Talk
take the
and
next
help
one.
each other, yep.
Yep.
Maggie steps in. Abby to Maddie again. Push it outside. Oh, what a great spot by Abby Berkman. Kind of plays that little cut off-speed shot, and it's pay dirt for Geneseo. In the lineup for Geneseo is number 27, Maya Biederman. She'll come in and play the front row. Oh, try a quick set to Emma Frank, and timing just not quite there between Addie and Emma that time. So point and service goes to Galesburg. Let's serve. Those are tough to handle.
Those are the hardest.
I remember in my playing days when they started letting the let serve go,
Yeah.
I said, nope, I'm too old for this. If you can hit the net and you can score a point off of it, I said, I'm too old for this. And there is an exclamation point by Abby Berkman off a great set by her sister, Maddie. Excuse me.
By Addie
Dunker. Sorry about that, Addie. And into the lineup, Cadence Talbert, number 9. Good job. Both girls are up on that overpass. And it goes back down on Galesburg side for a point for Geneseo. Abby Berkman's back at the service line. Again, a rifle. Galesburg does a nice job of picking that up to get a spike out of it. And Maggie's just a little bit short at getting the defensive cover. Esther Brown back in the lineup for defensive specialist. Good pass, Esther. Oh,
nice
Cadence Talbert got a little bit anxious.
Yes, she did. It was the right idea to send it back over.
Yep. But probably should have gone up and just hit it. Just hit it.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
Just hit it.
Good
Maggie
pass
makes a
there,
nice
Maggie.
pass to Addie Dunker.
There you go.
Cadence Talbert gets the kill. It's called illegal by the official on a hold. Good call by the official.
Yes.
You could definitely see that ball come to rest in her hand.
Just a little too long.
Yep, just a little too long. Official did a nice job of differentiating between what's legal and not legal when it comes to that. Cadence hits the ball. Maggie picks up a real nice kill by Galesburg. Galesburg comes back. Esther does a really nice job of picking that up. Cadence Talbert hits it. Off the block, Addie Dunker fields the first one. Maggie takes the second. Cadence Talbert, kill. And right there, you can really see the difference.
Yes, that was a better release and quickness on her hand on that.
Not so much being held maybe in that palm, keeping it up on the fingertips. In the lineup for Geneseo for Cadence Talbert is Taylor Zavanek. Maggie Weller's back serving. Nice pass by Streaks. Ball is hit out of bounds. Tried to cut it around the block.
Yeah, she's trying to hit the line over here.
Yep, and trying to cut it around the block, she hits it wide. Point to Geneseo. Maggie Weller is still serving, scores 17-12 in favor of Galesburg. Tonight's Colon Cancer Coalition night. Make sure you go out to support the efforts in June. Hannah misses that one and hits the top of the net, and it goes down on her side on the overpass. So for a point for Galesburg. Galesburg go back to serve. You got to pause in the action here a little bit. Here we go.
Good touch there.
Nice block in the middle. Maggie picks it up nice. Addie comes in with a nice set to Hannah. Galesburg sets it up. Hannah picks up a first hit nicely.
Nice spot there.
Maya Bieneman gets the kill.
Good spot.
Nice spot. Very, very nicely done. So she records her first kill tonight. So into the lineup.
We have Brenna's back in and Maddie Berkman's back in.
Yep. Maddie's back to serve. Oh, that's called an ace. Nicely done by Maddie Berkman off the top of the net, like I told you. When they made that legal, I said I'm too old to try to get that ball.
When I coach club, we play a game called Volleyball, and the girls can get points if they hit the tape and get an ace off of it, and they always yell Yahtzee whenever they get it. So it's a joke between some of the girls whenever they see things like that.
Yep. So Maddie records her second ace. In the lineup for Geneseo is number 23, Bailey Housengay. Service ace again. I think that's three aces in a row for her, isn't it?
Yeah. She's been doing a great job serving and making it challenging for Galesburg.
Libra replacement brings Emma Frank back into the game so that they can put number 5, Tristan Heighton, into the game. 21-13 in favor of Geneseo. This has been a great night for fans tonight because everybody's got to see a lot of players tonight. And for the Lady Leaves. Libro makes a nice save on that.
Yep.
And
with that touch there.
Who's got the spot? Who's got the block up again?
Brenna.
The dynamic duo.
Hannah up there.
Brenna and Hannah up again for the block. Point to Geneseo. Galesburg has a substitution. Scores 22-13 in favor of the Lady Leafs. And like I said earlier, it's nice of Coach Camelo to give so many girls a chance to play here tonight because, like I said, they're giving up their spring break.
Yep.
Tristan Heighton makes a great save on it. Oh!
Close. That was a good hustle by the girls.
Excuse me, that was number 23, Bailey Housengay made that save on it. I apologize. And good effort by the girls to try to keep that ball in play. Bailey makes a nice pass on a first hit. Overset.
Yes.
Oh, they get it covered. Brenna gets a kill.
The kill there.
It's kind of one of those things, Galesburg looks like they're trying to get a hand on it to keep it alive, and Brenna found an open spot again. So back in the lineup is
Taylor DeSplinter.
Taylor DeSplinter for number 11, number 23, Bailey Housengay.
And then Abby Berkman just came into the game as well.
Ball's hit in the net, point for Geneseo, match point Geneseo. While we have a substitution, we should give a shout out to our sponsors, Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Communications, Turpin's of Geneseo, Buzzworks Automotive, Geneseo Fitness, Eric Henderson and Jolene Effner of Country Financial.
Central Bank, Vandemore Funeral Home, Hammond Henry Hospital, Vorak Pharmacy, Brian Garnett of Garnett Asset Management and Farmers National Bank.
We appreciate them supporting girls volleyball tonight on this colon cancer coalition night. So Galesburg's making some substitutions too.
Yep.
Got to make sure they're putting it in the book right. Kind of did a libero replacement and a turnaround, and so sometimes you got to get back to square one and get the original players in the game, and then you can make your substitution. Sometimes that libero replacement can get you turned around. Galesburg serving.
Good save by Maddie there.
Yes, Maddie
tight.
Berrickman made a great play on the net to get that set up.
And once again, Brenna and Hannah with a good block to finish it out.
Yep, the dynamic duo record 5 blocks together tonight to bring the game to a conclusion. So some of our stats tonight, like I said, the dynamic duo had 5 blocks. Let's see, Maggie Weller had an ace, 5 digs, 3 assists. Allie Mackey had a couple digs. Esther Brown, the defensive specialist, had a couple digs herself. Maddie Berrickman had a nice night. Looks like 11 assists, a hit, and 4 aces. Hannah Copeland had 3 kills, an ace. And Abby Berrickman had 4 kills. Cadence Talbert had 3 kills. Eddie Dunker had 4 assists and an ace. Taylor DeSplinter had 2 digs. Faith Henderson had 2 kills. Lauren Johnson had an assist. Brenna McGuire had 5 kills and 2 digs. And Lily Weiss started our night tonight in honor and tribute to her father. So for the Colon Cancer Coalition and my guest at the mic tonight, I really, really appreciate you coming out tonight, Kylie, and helping me out.
Oh yeah, I had fun.
This is Linda Vanderlee signing off from Geneseo High School. Good night.